Hope everybody's doing good. Hey, David, what's up? Thanks for coming. Amber, what's going on? Ron, what's up, dude? Long time
No,
to see, man.
no puppies.
So how's everybody doing out there? How's your day been, Jax?
My day's been pretty good. Not sleepless nights because of the puppies, but I'm hoping as soon as they get a little older, I'll sleep.
Hey,
Hey,
Jax.
Jax, what's up?
That's good. That's good. Well, guys, we're gonna have an interview today, but I guess that person we're gonna interview, the paranormal chick. I guess
Hey,
she's gonna
Mark.
tell us her. Hey, Mark, what's up?
Hey,
What's going on?
David.
I guess the internet's been, kind of dodgy a little bit. Wasn't working right. So,
So you all are stuck with us.
yes. So today we're gonna do a little investigation at our place. We've been having a lot of um, little
Creepy
weird stuff
stuff.
going on. Yeah. So we're gonna put up the closet right now. Um, we were told in the back over there where the little shelves are in the back that there's something there. I don't know if anyone can see anything. Let me know in the chat. But Jax is gonna put on her spirit box, whatever she's gonna put on. And we're gonna try to contact whoever's there. But first, we moved in what,
Almost
4 months,
5 months ago.
5 months ago, and
Actually, today.
oh,
5 months
actually,
today.
oh, 5 months today. There you go. And we've been hearing like knocks and everything, and we've been hearing like dog chains once in a while, knowing that there was one night this dog chain, our dog has it on. We always sometimes have it in the room being charged, and we hear it still, or we hear just like people like my fiance had. Oh yeah, I'm gonna introduce my fiance to me. See y'all guys. Sorry. Hi.
This is
So
the infamous Fran, y'all. This is
there you
what Elon
go.
talks about, and you never seen that. There she is.
Hey Mark, hey, good interview the other day, man. I really liked it. So did you really tell them what happened in the bathroom?
Oh, yes. Well, shortly, one time after I got out of the shower, after we moved here, I just got out of the shower and I hear a guy's voice. What are you doing? I thought it was Eli asking me, what am I doing? And I'm like, I can't take a shower. What do you mean, what am I doing? And then Eli was like, no, I'm out here in the living room fixing to get ready to go to my doctor's appointment. And I was like, oh shit, that was a guy's voice asking me, what am I doing? Like when I got out of the shower.
Yeah. There's times where I'm sitting over in the living room and I hear a female, hey, you know what I mean? It's weird. You hear, or the dog goes to the kitchen, and you know how dogs run. It's on the vanilla floor, whatever it's called. It's on the floor, so
The
he just
tile.
runs quick. The tile, like something's there, and gets scared, man. Like it's freaky.
Dogs can sense, cats can sense. Like I told you,
Yeah,
I've seen my cat just like staring like into the living room. I'm like, I know I see what you're seeing, but quit screaming! Don't it's freaking me out. But she just stands and just sits there and like for like still as a statue, just stands there, just sits and watches.
yeah, it's
Hey
weird,
Chan,
man.
how are you, girl?
What's up, Canadian Witch? What's going on?
Welcome, welcome.
But it's really creepy. Like I mean, just even
Chan,
when I
get
go in
Don
there,
over here.
see if Jackson wants a link, man. You want
Jax
to
wants
send
a
him one?
link.
Yeah.
Jax wants a linky link. Okay.
Well, we'll see if he wants one, but
Jax will
depends on
take one
that.
if I give it to him. How about
I know, right? So that closet right there, like it gives me the some just bad vibes. Like I know that's there, but she like smells. What's on the story? Babe?
Oh, man, I'm new to
Because
all
you're the
this
one who.
stuff. But yeah, anyhow, I feel like it's a man. So we're not sure because, of course, the guy in the bathroom was like, "What are you doing?" But I
that?
couldn't
It's a
tell.
man. You're right. It's a man. I get the
It's
same
a
feeling.
man,
It's a man. I think it's a younger man though.
and then I
I think somebody
smell
died in your
smoke.
apartment,
There's
Eli.
six of
Maybe.
us
Hey,
that,
Beth.
so there's six of
Hey,
us
Beth.
that's in this apartment, and I'm the only one that can smell smoke at
Thanks,
times.
Mark.
And then I can smell like in our closet,
Oh, hey, Beth again.
like something
Hey,
dead.
Drake Classy.
So
That's
I
so
don't
Beth.
know, like death.
Yeah, we all went in there, all the kids, us. We couldn't smell none of that.
They're like, "Mom, we don't smell anything." I was like, "Well, I smell it. It smells like death, like gross, rotten death." And then I can smell smoke, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, there's times where I'm laying there and she goes to work. I have this feeling where I'm just
You
like,
don't like being in the room by yourself.
I
Because you
don't. It just feels weird. It feels like I'm not wanted in there, like something like that. And
Mhm,
oh, you hear knocks now. We heard a knock, remember, on the wall near the door.
mhm.
We heard that. Or on the yeah, it's weird, man. It's like even in the bathroom, like you hear like footsteps. I thought Michaela was, but I had locked the door.
Go, get,
One time it
go,
was,
go.
but you know what I mean. Like so yeah, we don't understand what it is or what it wants or um, they said there used to be a group of college kids
That used to
before
live
used to live
here.
here. I don't know if they did something bad or whatever, or
But
you
even
know.
our maintenance guy came up here to do some little touches up, and he was like, "No, there's something." And
Well, this is why I think what I think.
but
Like,
why? I
Hey,
want to
bro.
know why is it so attached to me though? It doesn't like bother Eli. It doesn't bother
hey, Brant.
it. Rocky can see it and everything else, and kind of just
He
doesn't
does
want
not want to go in the closet or the
Mhm.
bathroom.
Hi, Dragon. I can't see you for some reason, but hi.
So we don't know. Like I mean, there's
But,
one time. Oh,
but
sorry.
when you moved in, it was awfully odd that the cable was still on.
Yeah,
Nobody moves and leaves the cable bill still on.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was underneath because when I first got it all set up and everything, they were going to charge me for another amount. And I was like, we just moved here. I just barely got everything set up. Why am I not? No, so they got it fixed and changed. And then, of course, we're still getting other people's mail, which that's kind of obvious or whatever, but we got that fixed and stuff. But we don't know what has happened, what this
It's
land is
weird.
used to be,
Yeah.
or anything
People
either.
don't. When people move, they usually turn their bills off.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't leave it on.
I
Like,
wonder how old this apartment is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know what land this is on.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I want answers because why is it so attached to me though?
I mean, Texas was like, I don't. That's what I thought, Beth. That's what I thought. Did he? Because they don't really tell you anything.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't know
see,
if Texas has a law where they have to tell you, Eli.
they can because I was the minute this guy came up here to fix him in our bathroom, and he sensed it in the back because he was all like that, and I was like, and then I started saying, "What's wrong?" He starts saying that there's some college people that used to live here, and he was saying like, well, where he goes, well, the manager could tell you, who's died in this place or who used to live here,
He
and
should have already.
And then he was studying some kind of stuff himself. But I kind of told Eli, can we just like not right now because we were just barely moving here.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he came to fix your apartment. He dropped the shit and left and never came back.
yeah,
For it.
yeah, the ladder, what do I guess? I think it's yeah, the glue
Oh yeah,
button.
the little
Yep.
chalk loop thing. He
Yep.
left it on our little stairway
Yep.
thing.
He just dropped it there and didn't
Left.
say goodbye to you, nothing. Just
He
left.
didn't even come back.
Until like a day or two later.
Yep.
When we had a call.
Yep.
He saw
It's
something.
weird. He did. He took off. He was like, even though, and he came up with the stuff. He was on the phone with the manager or somebody, I guess, and he just grabbed it and left.
He didn't say nothing to you.
He just smiled and says, "Hey, got any more problems?" He don't even come up here anymore. It was another maintenance guy. The other maintenance guy doesn't even want to spend time up here.
That's bad when you call maintenance. You're like, what apartment number is that? No. See that? No. We look.
I don't
Call
wanna
somebody
know.
else. Hire somebody just for that apartment number.
Yeah, he was saying that the apartment manager was practicing being a monk or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
And he's helped before other apartments out with stuff, and I'm just like, wait a minute, like,
A monk?
yeah, or something like that. I don't know, priest.
He's yeah, something like
That's
that.
I don't know what they do. No offense to everybody that's monk out there, but they're practicing. But yeah. So I'm just curious. Like you can see in the back where that little top blue container is. That's where it is. That's
I
where
feel like the heat and everything. You see where my blue purse is at? Up there on the hanging where my shoes are at, in that back left corner right there.
Out of there. Stop.
That's where like all the pressure and stuff is at.
yeah.
I don't ever go in our closet without the light on. The door's always closed. Even we have like issues with our bathroom. Our bathroom.
No.
As soon as you walk in our room, the bathroom's right there to the right.
No.
Beth wants to know this isn't new to the building.
No. This is old because you can see the cracks like on the.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a good condition apartment and everything.
Yes,
It's been
proper,
painted. It's
yeah.
been well taken care of and
Yep.
everything. We love it here and everything. It's just we just want answers.
Yeah. And right there, I don't know Beth. I know Beth can see stuff, but I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah. How old is the build? How old is the building? Can you look it
I
up?
don't know.
I don't know, but I think it's. I don't got my phone, so can you look back? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's. I can't say. Oh man, it looks nice and everything, but they think they painted over stuff too. You can see like little
Yeah, but you
holes
don't
in
know
the
what
wall.
that building's built. Like, look, Texas was all like
Yep.
just like Arizona, all dirt, all
Yeah.
nothing.
Who
You don't
died?
know what's on any. You don't know in these
Indians.
old towns what's built on them.
That the Cowboys killed the Indians, or what is it? What was built before? I mean, like, did someone die in this building? They didn't telling us, or I could know, but I don't want to. I don't want them thinking, oh my god, like yeah,
Well,
no,
you have a right to know what's in your. You have a right to know if someone died in your apartment.
yeah,
That's just that's.
native, yeah,
I don't know why. Like, okay, see, look, when you buy
that's just
houses,
native, yeah,
it may be native land. When you buy houses, some states are required to tell you, and some states don't have to.
yeah,
But I'm like, if I'm buying a house, you better tell me who died in it.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
ask.
Well, I already told when we do go get a house and everything, I want to make sure, yeah, we are clear on all that.
Or maybe not exactly in your apartment, the one next to you, or the one the back.
yeah.
Spirits can go anywhere they want to go. Obviously, they don't just. I don't know why it's so attached to Fran though. I mean, and to smell that smell like death, that's not good. Puppies, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was one time I was in the morning. I feel like something was behind me, like everybody was asleep, and I was making some breakfast.
Lay
And
down,
all
Bear.
I know is I turned around. I feel like inside of my eye, there's someone there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the hell? Rancy can be different. Different though. Yeah.
It can because when you buy a house, you're investing in the house. But apartments, like just like hotel rooms, people die in hotel rooms all the time. And they don't have to tell you.
Oh yeah.
So you could go to the Hilton for a getaway, and someone could have shot themselves in that room, and they don't have to tell you. They
Oh
fix
yeah.
the
We're there.
room, they fix
We're
everything, they paint
yeah.
everything.
Doesn't say. It doesn't say. Um.
It won't say. It won't say. You
No.
and for him, just whatever what he was practicing.
Mhm.
Why was he? Why,
Hey Sam.
Sam? What was he practicing? I had gloves on
Yeah.
earlier, Sam, when I was
Well,
coloring
see,
my hair, but they were clear. I
that's
told
what the
you.
guy. That's what the guy had said. The Venus guy. He said that they were probably messing around with the Ouija board. That's what they said.
That's what he said.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what the hell? I was like,
Play
yeah.
stupid games, win stupid prizes. These college
Yeah.
kids
But
that like I
but
said,
he's
people
only
that play with
saying
the
that.
Ouija board
I
shouldn't.
really don't know. But maybe but he made a joke. He goes, well, at least they did some improvements in this apartment. And I'm just like, wow.
What's
Like, I
that
mean,
mean?
I don't know. He kind of
Hey,
joked about it.
Donna. I'm glad
Hey,
you came,
Donna, what's going
sis.
on? How's it going? Um, so I mean, even the stairwell, like you
Right.
just get
Well,
called
hey, Tony, my
at
homegirl.
night.
What's up, girl?
Hey, Tony,
Portal
what's
could
going
still
on?
be open. They don't know to close them.
Yeah,
They think that they could have did something, got freaked out, left the board alone,
yeah,
and then whatever. Like I said, unless you're like really experienced with a Ouija board, like you've had years and years and years,
yeah.
don't touch it. Don't touch it. Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. I hope he feels
Right.
better. I know when the grandsons get sick, I feel so bad when my grandsons get sick.
Oh yeah, they do.
I
That's
mean,
about it.
it's it's sad when people yeah, you can buy the game in Walmart, you can buy the game anywhere, but like I said, it's not the board, it's the intent of the people using the board. Oh, I
Exactly.
want to contact my grandpa, but that
Yeah,
doesn't mean that it's going to be your grandpa coming through. It could be anything.
yeah, exactly.
don't don't play with things that you're not like well experienced in. Like, I know paranormal investigators have been doing like 30 years, and like Jax, he won't touch a Ouija board.
Well, hell no.
What
I'm
for?
being
I
good,
mean,
Tony.
why would you want to?
That's
Why
been
why
good.
would you want to play with something like that and like conjure something or provoke or do anything like that to make something bad come into where you live? And
Exactly.
then I was told by a good friend of mine, You can play with a Ouija board, and you can still open and close it. But sometimes you can get a spirit that just doesn't want to leave, and you're stuck. You're stuck with it. It could be on your land. It could be stuck to your house forever,
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
I don't
All
touch
because
one.
you don't know what you're doing. That's
Nope.
why. And attachments are bad. It's just not like little scratches. No, they could ruin your relationships. They could ruin your life. You can
Make
even
you
die
sick.
of it.
Make you sick.
You know what I mean? Like hell yeah, it does. I
Yep.
mean,
It's different than if like if you have a spirit living with you. Like some people have spirits in their home, like me. That's
yeah.
different. They're not attachments. They come and they go as they please. But
Oh yeah.
attachments stay.
Oh yeah.
They
They
mess
do.
with you.
It's hard to get rid of them too. I know they say get sort of like some other people that practice certain things to get
Like
rid of them.
sage and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
always work.
Yeah. It doesn't work. I mean, once you open something that,
Depending on what your intent was, yeah.
yeah, then it's really bad. Like
That's
it.
why I would never touch one. Like my mom used to say, "Oh, let's play the Ouija." No, lady, you want to touch the Ouija board? Go ahead. Brent says, haha, Jax. Mike says, all seriousness, what do you think the difference between a Ouija board and say spirit box or echo box session is? I want to get, well, I think in a way, Brent, I mean, I think it's a little bit the same. I mean, because you're still asking. I don't know, but the board, like, yeah, I'll send you, you want a link, Brent? I'll send you a link. How do I send you a
Yeah,
link?
because
Your
what
email.
what I
Yes,
think with the
email.
Ouija board, it is more intense. Like the spirit, you can actually open a portal with the Ouija board, other than Echo Vox box. What was it? Echo
Echo
Vox.
box, yeah.
Yeah, because you can just close it and that's it. But with the Ouija board, it's just you can open a big old portal that you don't want to open. You know?
It's true. It's true. But like, even with the Echo box, you're still asking spirits to communicate with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you still are. You are. Where's my no, I don't want to do that. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Hold on, I gotta send Brent a
Okay.
streamer thing.
Okay.
Where is it? Uh uh
I don't even know how you do one of these. I know um, Hawk is better than. Is that Eli's underwear standing in the corner? Yeah, probably is.
Oh shoot, you got busted, Eli. Hang your shit up, boy.
Funny.
You're in trouble now. He's gonna embarrass you now. Shoot.
Physical contact with the Ouija board.
But you
He
know,
did.
Ron, he has no shame. You know that, right?
Yeah,
He doesn't.
he doesn't. He doesn't. Go commando. Just kidding.
Oh my god, you guys are too much.
I do want to play a spirit box, whatever you guys got, too. So
I don't. All I have is the Echo Box. Like I said, the Spirit
Okay.
Talker. I was talking to David about it. I did download it, but like I said, I don't know. I'm sure it's programmed with words. I'm sure it is. Oh, hold on. Let me do this real quick.
Well, Michael's on the other side. Hey, Beauty of Nature, what's going on?
Composed it.
It's been a
Hey,
while.
Beauty, what's
How
up?
are you? Damn, it's been a while. She's seen some shit too, man. For real.
Come on.
She lives in Osage in general. Some, uh, no, I know what else. Like Indians, but the white man were trying to control the Indians and everything. That they backstabbed them.
No, what is this? No, I don't want. What are you doing? What's going on here?
You like got pizza? Damn it, Ron!
You don't eat
He
it.
did not.
I want pizza. Damn
No, you
it!
don't.
Spirit Talker right on the money sometimes. Yeah, but I want to contact it though. If anyone can.
Too much shopping, y'all.
Too much
Okay,
happening.
Brent, I'm sending it right now to you.
I bet Beauty Nature. Same here. Just been busy with the family and everything, and going once a week live, and you know, this is his friend. She's shy, so
It was the other night, David. We got some similar, like, hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
We got some similar. You and I, David, got similar messages.
Lori,
Like
come
they
by.
said the same thing at the same time, so it was weird. Yes, Brent, I sent it your email.
Yeah, but someone's papa died.
What's
I
up,
don't
cute
know.
cute goth girl gamer? What's going on?
Hey, kitten.
Sorry for your loss. Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
my
me too.
husband. Yeah, she died of something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, stop that! Get out of there! Get out of there!
So it's kind of like, I mean, we've been trying to do this for a while, but every single time someone try to invite us to a panel,
Hi,
something would go
Clint.
wrong. The pipe would break, or I mean, just it would stop us for some reason. Clinton Brook, what's up, man? What's going on?
Maybe it doesn't want to be seen
Yeah,
because we've set up with Billy many times.
and something always happens,
No, no, stop that there. Go lay down.
and that's what I don't understand. It's like, I mean, you see it in the corner of the eye, you see it, and it's gone. You can feel it's there, but it's not really.
Hey, mine. Listen. Hey, what are you doing, girl?
Oh, what are we looking at? We're looking at our closet. That's
That's
where.
Eli's closet. That's all friends close to. Eli only has like a few things. You know, Eli.
Yeah,
He's a man of few
Alvarez is all
t-shirts.
the time.
He's got like that much room.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
that blue bag at the
Sure.
bottom, going down right there.
That's just
That's
Eli's.
spirit. Yeah.
Eli's got that little tiny corner over there.
Hey, mindless
On the other
adventures.
side,
What's going
Hi,
on?
Amy.
nothing.
You interviewed her last time.
I do. I don't. I don't have. Okay, so I don't have the necrophonic because I'm really not a big fan
No,
of
I'm
it
not
anymore.
either.
I don't.
Well, we'll ask Brent though when he comes up.
But I
Right.
do have. I do have my Echovox.
That's fine. We could do that. We'll wait for Brent to come up. So
Papa San also.
I'm
passed
sorry,
away.
Beauty Nature. So sorry for your
what?
loss.
sorry for your loss, Beauty and Nature.
Mhm.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hey,
hold
what's
on,
up, Brent?
hold
What's
on.
going on, man?
There he is.
What's up, my family?
Hey, Brent.
Back
Hey, Brad.
on. How's it going?
It's going great. So
Our
good.
baller, what's going on, man? Long time no see.
Exactly. I came in
Brent,
this.
Brent, I gotta tell you, I'm doing my first investigation on Saturday night.
Awesome, sis.
I know, right? I'm so excited. I got my Echovox ready. I got everything ready. I'm going on, and I'm doing Paraween with Hensley. I'm sitting there. I'm telling Jason this morning. I'm like, why am I nervous? I go live with Eli all the time.
Oh wow,
But
David.
I'm like, but this is my channel. What if I goof? He goes, you're not gonna goof.
You're not gonna goof. Have you practiced with the Echovox?
Yes, yes. I
You
have
got
the
it down?
sweet spot on it. I found
Yes.
it because I was telling Jared. I said in the beginning, I'm like,
I know.
it's good, but when I found it, I'm like, okay, don't touch it. Leave it there.
Yeah, that's how. Yep.
Don't touch
Did you?
leave it
Yeah.
there.
Save the setting. Boom. Use it that way. Oh, that's
Yep.
so awesome.
I'm so excited.
I'm
So
excited for you.
Excited and
That is-
nervous.
So it's going to be live on your channel. You said.
No, it's going to be on. It's going to be on Hensley Paranormal. He's doing
Okay.
Paraween this year. So any of you guys in chat want to get with Hensley, just DM him on Twitter. He's got a lot of slots open. So what he does is, last Halloween, it's like we have back-to-back channels, and we investigate on like from Saturday the 29th till Halloween.
Okay.
So
Wow.
one
Awesome.
year we had 30 hours. 30 hours, but
That's no joke.
YouTube wouldn't let him post it. He was so mad.
Oh,
so mad.
no kidding.
Oh, so mad.
Oh, no kidding.
So
Oh,
this year he's gonna try a little differently. So yeah, so if any of you guys want to sign up, Beth, I know you got some stuff going on your yard, girl. I know you got stuff going on there, girl. I've heard it.
Yeah, he's awesome guy though.
Yeah, mine starts at 6, Brad. My time, 8:00 Hensley's time. So I'm going to a tiny little graveyard out here about 30 minutes from me. It used to be a bustling town. The town is gone, but the graveyard's still there.
That's awesome. You have your own like camera recording device?
I do. I have
Audio?
I'm going to record on my phone, but
Perfect.
my GoPro came in today. So when I start filming, I can use my GoPro.
There you go.
I got a whole bunch of neat gadgets for it,
Yeah.
selfie sticks, underwater. I'm like, I'm
a
ready.
nerd. Yeah, exactly. You know you don't need that. Everybody watching. You don't need all that stuff.
No,
But
I don't. I have
it's
some
so
cat
cool.
walls. I have a grid light that plugs into my oh gosh, where is it?
Yeah, those grid lights. If you
It
don't have
plugs into a battery.
good, because
That
the
sucks.
ones that just you put the batteries in, man, they
No.
suck the batteries dry.
No,
just
mine
themselves.
is it's a USB, and you plug it and it goes wide. I've showed Eli how wide it goes.
Yeah.
So it's not a very big graveyard. So I'm just gonna set it up and see if I catch anything. I'm just like I said, I could go out there and nothing could be there, and there could be something there. You never know.
You never know. And it's interesting, you may not get anything visual, you may not get anything, on the audio, but you may get something on the Echo Vox,
Yes.
or you may
Yes.
get some EVPs, I
Or
would
maybe I'll
say,
get a DVP and go. Everybody hear that?
everybody hear that? I
Everybody,
heard
I
it.
heard it. I know everybody else heard it. If I heard it.
The only thing I'll say is if you're out there in a graveyard, try and stay still. Find a spot, set up,
Yep.
and stay still. Because that little walking around, you'd be surprised how that could sound like I'm right behind you,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it's really just leaves crunching on your feet.
Jason will be there, so he's gonna make sure that he's gonna set up the cat balls and everything, so I can stay still. My daughter's like, "Mom, I ain't gonna be on camera. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna sit in the truck." I'm like, "What do you mean you gonna sit in the truck?"
Oh,
No, I'm gonna sit in the truck.
Oh, no.
it's scarier in the truck.
No, because my daughter sees stuff in the house. She goes, "Mom,
They're investigating.
Mom, who's the guy in the hallway?" So I don't know, it's the hallway dude. We just call him the hallway dude. I have pictures that I've sent people, and they're like, "Who's the guy in the hallway?" I'm like, "That's the hallway dude. That's who he is." Eli has seen him. He goes, "Go back." I'll be like filming, I'll be like showing the
You're
house or
like
something.
weird,
And
man.
he'll go back, go back, go back. I'm like, "What?" He goes, "That dude."
on?
I said, "That's the hallway dude." I don't know. Hey,
Do you
John.
still use the SLS phone app? Have you still been messing with that?
No, I mean, I did. I went. It was in my grandson's room, and I went
Yep.
in there and I got that little bit, and I took
Yep.
the Echo Vox in there. I got whispers, but nothing like concrete. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a child, and I think it's a child because when my grandson's in there, I hear him talking to somebody. And I got veil through the veil. She told me there's a little boy in my house named Edmund.
Okay.
That's funny. It's funny because I heard Quinn in there a couple weeks ago, and I hear him talking. I'm just listening.
What's up, Nicole? What's
I'm
going on?
listening. Hey, Nicole. And
Hey,
Nicole,
Nicole.
it's funny. You said Edmund. He said Eddie. He called the kid Eddie.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, bro, you freaking me out, bro. Don't
Well,
do
hold
that.
on now. Have you addressed Edmund? Like, have you gone and like through Echovox or whatever and just said, Edmund, are you here?
I haven't yet done that because there's been so much crazy stuff going on in my house. Like my daughter moved back in, another grandson's in that room, and I don't want to freak him out.
And oh yeah, how many haunted dolls do you have? Yeah,
Oh, forget that.
I can't keep. Nicole says.
weird stuff happens in my house.
Nicole says my sister sends me creepy doll pictures. I'm like, I have to know, Nicole, if there's something in this doll. I
Yeah,
just don't want to put it in my house.
right.
I have
That-
I have four. Four.
You have
Sorry,
4?
Yes, but here's the thing with those 4 dolls, the 3 dolls out in my living room. I put my cat balls on and say I'm talking to Eli, right? They won't go off for me, but if I'm talking to Eli, those things shake. Those things go off crazy. I'm like, oh, you're talking to Eli, but you won't talk to me. I'll pick myself away. I'm like, I give you homes. I keep you dusted. I'm sorry, Bill. I gotta send you creepy kid pictures. I gotta know, man. You know things
creepy.
I don't know, Bill, and I gotta know if it's creepy or not. But they just sit up there, and like if I sometimes I'll put the cat balls on, and I'll talk to them, and sometimes the left will go off, and then the other one the right. It's hit and miss.
You leave them there all the time though? They're just sitting there. They're always sitting there.
Oh yeah, they're up on a glass shelf, all bougie up there. Yes, they are. They are up there. They are. Yes.
No,
They've
I
got
mean,
candles.
are the cat balls with them? The cat ball,
The cat balls are up there, but they're not on.
Oh, okay.
No. I'll freak some people out. Like I told Eli that Eli has heard things in my house, heard voices and stuff, and I'm only the only one here. But my sister's boyfriend moved in about 7 months back, and he was on the fence about the whole. No, I don't want no Annabelle Bell. No, I'll never send you pictures next time. Look, I have a Raggedy Ann doll, and that girl's packed away. Okay, I'm playing with.
I mean, but how would you know? I mean, just because it doesn't look like Annabelle, you don't know what's in that doll.
They could jump through anything.
They
could jump through anything. Well, he was out. He's a gamer, so he was out playing his game one late night, and then he was sitting there, and he goes, a big shadow, like he's got this big tower with all lights up, and the whole tower went dark.
Like something like a shadow walk. Oh.
So he looks to the side of him, and he sees someone standing there. I'm like, how tall? You just give me a how tall.
Yeah.
He says, oh, about 6'4", 6'5". I said, that's Daniel's dad. He stands in the hallway, and he was just watching him.
What you playing, boy?
He didn't say anything. So Daniel comes in and goes, I heard you saw my dad.
Ah, so is he still
Daniel has
skeptic?
seen him.
Is he
Daniel has
still
seen him.
skeptic?
He stays here because he knows Daniel's here. I think he hangs out when Daniel comes, and I think that was the night Daniel and Quinn were spending the night. And
Gotcha.
Daniel's like, I heard you saw my dad. He's like,
So-
yeah, bro, I did. So, because when he came in here, he goes, I don't know about your paranormal house. I don't know if it's haunted. I don't
Right,
know. I
exactly.
don't say my house is haunted. I say it's lived in. So he's like, I'm totally in now. I'm
Well,
I'm in.
like you just said a little bit ago, and I agreed with you. I started typing it. Like I agree with you. I think they can move. Like maybe there are spirits that are, like I don't know if they're tied, like they can't leave, but they're tied to a location, like they have an appreciation, a love, or a connection to it. But I think you're right. I think they can move. I think they're moving around us right now. I don't think my house is active at all. I'm gonna say this. My wife's probably gonna hear it, but I do little tests here at my house with the Echo Box and the Spirit Box, and I'm constantly getting stuff coming through. Mine's a brand new house. It's not built on a graveyard or anything. No one was murdered here, like you guys were talking about, or killed. But I think if they're invited to communicate and they're passing by, I think they will, and they can if they want to.
I do think like there was a time Eli and I were going to do this interview, and we were talking about it, and there was nobody home, no kids, no nothing, and
You
said,
look great,
well,
by the way. I just want to say, Jack, you look great, by the way.
Thank you. I colored my hair today.
You look amazing.
I went black. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I try. But normally, if it's interviews, I get kind of a little, get excited because I can do the hair, the makeup, wear everything. Like Eli said, you got to be about it, so I be about it. But
You brought it.
normally my hair's in a bun. I'm in the PJs running around with these 4 puppies, and they drive me nuts. The one barking now. But I do. Eli and I were saying, should we interview this person? And Eli goes, who is that? I said, oh, well, you see, that's a wise old woman. If she says don't do it, don't do it. Because her words were, what did she say, Eli? Do not do it, or do not, or don't do it, or something like that. She said, do not do it, or something like that. And Eli goes, who's that? I said, well, that sounds like my Nana. And she said, don't do it. I'm about to do it.
Oh, wow.
You
Really?
Heard it. He heard it. There was no woman here. It was just me.
What? Wow.
He goes, is that your mom? I said, my mom's in Texas, bro. There's nobody here but me. I said, dude, I'll go around the house. There's nobody here. And Eli said, well, she said not to do it. We ain't doing it. We didn't do it. We did not do it. Remember that, Eli? What did he say?
Hold on.
Like, don't do
Eli,
it.
you heard it too?
Yeah, I heard it too.
It's like, do not do it, or don't do it, or something like that.
We're supposed to interview somebody, and
Yeah.
it said, don't do it. And I'm just like, wow.
All right, so hold on.
No.
Now, you guys are in separate locations, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you heard this. So you heard it, Jackson.
Yeah, over. Yeah.
You heard it
Yeah.
remotely.
Yeah.
That is
Oh, yeah.
wild. That's a. I mean,
And
I mean,
that's not the
Tony
first
heard this
time
about
when he
before.
hears stuff. Hold on. I gotta mute this.
I'm surprised my dogs aren't going crazy at that.
I know, right? That's intelligent. You know,
It's awesome.
it is awesome. Like, I mean, they're actually like talking to you,
Yeah.
and telling you like different things. Like, I mean, like when I pass, like I can actually like with my fiance here, his friend, and
Hi, Fran.
he, when
Get back
when
up
I
there, friend.
pass, he's seen me, like at her doorway on side. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if that was meant to say that I'm coming back, or like, or is it just like comfort to say like like that I'm waking up the next day.
Yeah, because that was at that time you were under. You were.
Oh yeah, I was at what 5%.
At one point, he was gone. Like,
Yeah,
gone.
and like Eli,
gone.
I want to have an in-depth talk with you about this,
Yes.
bro.
You and
Yes.
Brett will
I can
flip
talk
your
about it.
lid. You and Brett, you and Jared will flip your lid. to the
I
things
know we
that play,
will,
like,
and
tell
that's
you.
why I wanna
I can
have-
tell you. I can tell you how spirits walk, or I mean, and move, and what comes out of their mouth when they talk. They can't talk. It's basically standing still. Your whole body's moving at 100 miles an hour, more than that. Like you don't know how fast you'll go, but you're moving, but your legs are staying still, and you're just going 100 miles an hour going forward.
Bill,
You
do you
tried to-
remember? Bill, do you remember when
Hold
I
on,
texted
hold
you
on.
and I asked you how's Eli in my house,
Yeah.
and you said
Hold
you
on.
only know
And
two
you-
ways:
And
spirit.
when you try to
here.
talk, it's like sort of like ectoplasm, like coming out of your mouth slowly. So it's weird. We'll talk
He was
about
in
it,
my house.
Yeah,
He was
because
in my house,
and
sitting
you
on
know
my
what? You
couch.
know why? I've been, so we have all these different aspects of this field, and
Yeah,
when I see this field, I mean the people in
yeah,
it with experiences, and everybo's got this fraction of an understanding, and you
yes,
have the tech side, you
yeah,
have the I don't know if it's clairvoyance the right word, but the sensitive side, and then
yes.
you have like this side, which is
The
your
knowing
side,
side.
which is a firsthand experience,
Yeah.
and we're all trying to put this picture together of how many times you heard, what do you think they are? What is a spirit?
Yeah.
And having all that information,
Well, when you pass, it's more like you're. It's not paranormal. It's spiritual. It's on the spiritual
spiritual.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Like it's weird. I mean, it's not like when you die and you're like, when you die, you forget about everything that's happening right now in your life. You're in a different realm where you're concentrated on things that are thrown at you. Like you could be in a house, but then you walk out the door, you're in an open field. Like you're constantly, like if you think about a nice thing, it turns out to a bad thing. Like you're supposed to belong there.
Man, so how do you explain you showing up at Fran's door? Like if you're not in the mind frame of the world you just left,
You can't control where you're at. I
what?
always to me it's more like a comfortable level where
Wow.
my existence was. You can still hear around you. You can still hear your loved ones, see your loved ones, but sometimes you can't communicate. But they know you're there.
Yeah.
Because when he was under and everything, and there was twice. One was like 1 week, and then another one was like a week after that, or 2 weeks after that. I've heard him in my sleep, waking me up, asking if I can hear him, and telling me I love
Whoa.
you, and then telling me I'm
Wow.
tired, I'm tired, and then
Oh. Oh.
that I saw him coming through. I was in my mom's room watching TV with her because we kind of like watching the same shows, and this is when I was living with my parents at that time, and I happened to like look her up, and I could see him peeking through and then leaving, and I was like, no, do not tell me he's gone.
Yeah.
No, do not.
Oh God, that is powerful.
And then I had a dream that he got woken up and that he was on the tablet trying to talk to me. And I was like, how are you going to be able to talk to me? You can't even talk. He had a trick and everything in him and everything. And I was like, wait a minute, is this really happening and everything? And then later on the next day, I found out he was woken up.
You woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. Like when I came back, of course, I was talking to God because I gave him all the props because he brought me
Amen.
back. And I remember just talking to God, and he goes, you got to get up where you got to get up off the floor, because my bed when you're on the other side and you're still in the hospital, or whatever, like nothing's working. Like there's nothing. I mean, it's a piece of everything that is an image of this world on the other side. Everything that's good, it's bad on the other side. Basically, bad. If you're going to a bad, I can't say it's bad, but I mean, like to me, it was a bad place because like I needed to change my world, my world to a positive if I got back, to this earth, and I remember my bed was broken and everything else, and everything positive went to a negative, you know, um, just evil stuff would come to me and say, "Hey, they don't love you. They moved on. Don't worry about it." To me, it felt like I was there for centuries. To me,
Wow.
it felt like my existence was already in place there, and it's just like being born in this world. You're
Yeah.
being born in that world. You know, I mean that's
That's
how it
trippy,
feels.
bro.
I mean, yeah, first it's weird. Um, it's something that
Did you meet anybody that was happy?
no,
You didn't
not at
meet a
all.
single soul that was positive or happy?
No, all negative. Well, I thought about the people that miss me, that really cared about me, and they
Yeah, but I
really
mean like someone on the other side, a spirit,
no,
someone in the
no. To me, I seen it's sort of like you being in your living room, but you're not really there. You know what I mean? And you see people that are there, but they're mimicking the people that you didn't know, or some that you knew. But you couldn't talk to them.
Mm.
It's sort of
Yeah.
like it's sort of like they were in their own hell. If in their own hell or their own punishment, but
Is that it?
they don't know yet that they're gonna go there yet. If you know what I mean, you know. Um, it's like me. Like, I mean, one time they put me on a shelf. I guess,
You logic.
yeah, they put me on a shelf. I was like a bear, and all my family was just like looking at me like, oh well, like they
Oh
ignored me,
man,
but it's
that's
creepy. It is
that
some
is.
creepy shit, man. I mean, like the devil just takes everything positive, turns into a negative.
I
You know,
agree. Yeah, trying to
it's
break you, trying to steal you
yeah,
away from the Lord, and
yep.
just get you to turn away. And I'm not trying to stop this, but I see
Oh yeah,
Crafty ask you a question. I'll give you
hey,
a chance.
shoveling. Jetty, what's
Belle
going on?
says, "How can she show and see what's in your closet if you're not paying attention?"
Oh
I said,
well,
I said, Belle, he's on a roll. You know how he
oh,
goes. He starts
oh,
going,
yeah.
he going.
Well, yeah. So I'm listening. Well, it's kind of hard, but I know you see spirits and everything. But on the other side, you got to think about what they're going through. Why are they there? Like with spirits that are here on Earthbound, and they attach themselves to a person that really wants them there. You know what I mean? Like, or or they have unfinished business, or they think they do. Maybe a living person wants them there because they miss them so much. It tortures them.
Mm,
Like it could be me, it could be other stuff, but they're still being tortured. You don't know yet. If you're there for a loved one, I mean, in their mind, in their mind, they think that you don't like them or you're hated
yeah,
on. Or
you've
you're,
moved on. You've forgotten.
yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
matter. Yeah.
but it isn't true. I mean, they're still being tortured for everything they've done in life. You know,
Wow.
it
Mm.
is like I remember one time I was hanging from a metal pipe. Like I was chained up, and all these memories were just like, man, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. And I mean, like, and the metal pipe was just like I was torturing myself in life for things that I didn't mean to do to myself. you know
Yeah.
and it's awful.
Yeah, I tell
I
you,
mean,
it's interesting you're saying this. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm just
yeah,
thinking
yeah, yeah,
about like how investigations go. And like I told Jared when I came back into the investigation side with him,
yeah,
with Pasadena Paranormal, I was like, I'll come back, but only for one reason, and that's because I felt in my heart that if I'm going to come back, it's not to find evidence or proof or anything. It's I'll come back and I'm going to preach. There's souls out there that I think need to hear the positive word of God, and that's I'm faith based, so and you guys know that. I don't know if anybody else does, but I'm just a faith based guy. I'm
yeah,
rooted and grounded in it, and I get on these investigations, and I do some tech stuff, and I think it's fun and interesting.
yeah,
But there's a portion of every investigation where I get to go off on my own and I preach, and
yeah,
I make sure I comfort spirits because I think they need it.
yeah.
And yeah, we come into a bunch of pushback on it from spirits, but I get a lot of positive thank yous, and it's listening to you talk about this, man. It sounds like it's needed, you
It's
know.
more it's more to it. Like, well, if you want to set it up, we could talk more on
I
this.
do. All right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes. All right,
there's
we'll go.
more. It's more deeper into it than
Yes,
anything. I mean, I remember passing.
It's deeper than you like. Brent is deeper than like.
Yeah,
we're gonna need a show. I know it's gonna be your
We're
show.
gonna need
You're not
one
interviewing
because
us. You need to let me on air so I can
yeah,
interview you.
yeah.
we're gonna need one because when Eli was really sick, Fran was really sad, she was in that dark spot going, am I going to see my man again? Am I going to marry
Right.
this man? And I said to her, Fran, I'm telling you, talk to him, say his name, Eli. You just talk to him. She goes, will I see him? I said, damn Skippy, you'll see him, but you gotta call him back. And I said to Jason, he just got here. The day he got here from Texas, Eli was in the hospital. And it was weird. We didn't hear from him like 3 or 4 days. So Ron and I sent a person over to do a welfare check. It's not weird. It's weird that I didn't hear from Eli. I didn't hear nothing. And then when I found out after I called the hospital 70 times, they wouldn't tell me anything. Finally, I got a nurse going, you keep calling from Arizona, don't you? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to keep calling until I get somebody to tell me
I'm not
something.
gonna stop.
I didn't stop. I was relentless.
Yeah.
And they told me that he was on an event and he was in an ICU. So that told me something. That told me, but It's funny, before I found that out, I was talking to some friends and we were doing a spirit box, and the spirit came through and said, vent. Or no, I can't breathe. He can't breathe. And then when she told me it was the vent, I was like, that made sense. Now, like I told Jared, I said, Jason sent Jared the clip. There's a time I was in my living room and we were just, doing the spirit box. There was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of noises, a lot of stuff was moving around a lot. And Eli was sitting on my couch. Now, everybody saw him through the screen, but I saw him sitting on the couch. Now, in the video, you can see his mouth moving, but nobody can hear him but me. So I'm sitting there talking to him, and he's like, again, like Fran said, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I kept saying, I don't give a shit, bro. We got shit to do. You got to get married. You got children to raise. You ain't leaving Fran because she ain't fitting to have that shit. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. She ain't having it. I've already talked to her. We've had the meeting. So, we're not having this. And that's when I texted Vale right away. I said, Vale, tell me how. He's sitting in my living room on a video. She goes, well, there's two ways. Spiritual or he's there. I'm like, but he ain't here. It's not here, Vale. She goes, then he's crossed over. I said, oh, nope. Nope. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that.
I thought when I saw him coming around my mom, my parents' room, I thought, oh shit, do not tell him. Sorry.
That's what we both thought. Fran and I both thought that's why we're seeing him.
Already crossed over, and I was like, no, I can't. I can't.
It's still. I still get nightmares because of it. Like, because I can see.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, it's more like, oh my god, you wake up and you can't breathe. It's like, you're breathing, but it's just like you know what I mean. It's sort of like, and there's times where it's just that torture of loneliness, despair, and everything under it.
Is Ron still in here?
Yeah, I think so.
Because
he's watching always.
This involves Ron, and he can verify.
Well, hold on, real quick. I feel like just me coming in, like, derailed what you guys were talking about.
No, this is good. This is good.
Nicole's been trying to help you with the closet issue, and I see when I came on, you had the picture of the closet.
Oh, that good. We can do it another day.
We can still do it there, but I tell you, Eli's like, well, we talked to Jared.
I'm good, John. Thank
Jared
you.
asked me questions, and I was on. You guys did a live one night, so Eli had this dream. He calls me up because I got to tell you about this dream. I said, okay, tell me about the dream. So he tells me, and I start saying, okay, was this in the dream? Was this in the dream? He goes, yeah, how do you know?
He's always
said you were talking to a girl at the table. She kept talk. So I kicked you. He goes, I felt something kick my leg. But he didn't see me, but I seen him. So then after a while, we both got up from the table. We walked out on this porch, right? There were chairs on the porch, but the main thing was there were 3 women in the kitchen cooking. What they were cooking, we don't know why they were cooking. They were just in there.
Or who they were.
We didn't know, but I knew Eli. Eli knew we were on the porch. So we explain this porch. We tell Ron the story, and Ron says there's a picture of this porch.
No way.
And in the house was the furniture.
That lady that was sitting next to me.
And the lady from the city was next to him. Ron has a picture of the woman in the house. He has the apparition of the woman. Long black hair, white dress.
Yeah, but also, hold on. But also, Ron said that they found bodies. They found some bodies there. And that's where, when I went outside in that dream, she led me right. And right where that tree's at, they found the bodies there. A long time ago.
What?
Yeah. But he's never brought that up anymore.
But Eli, you and I have never been to Ron's aunt's house. Never.
No, never have.
But the table was there. The ottoman was there. The kitchen was there. Everything was same. Then you saw the girl standing by the bookcase with the long black hair and the white.
They had 2 doors going around like that. Like,
all right, just real quick. This stream right here. The topic is paranormal talk, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I got to ask you this question. This is
not paranormal freak out.
Yeah. Eli, you interview numerous paranormal investigators.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna put you on the spotlight here.
A lot.
Yeah, man.
A lot.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in interviewing them, I know you've interviewed Jared and tons of other people I've watched. What are your thoughts when you hear other people who haven't experienced the actual afterlife experience, just what they think is going on or what they've experienced through an investigation? What's going through your head while you're listening to other people's, so if you were interviewing
because I know what spirits go.
you have a picture,
Yeah,
you have
I
a
do.
first-hand experience,
Yes,
and you listen to somebody.
yeah.
It's to me, it would be difficult
You
not to be
can't.
like,
You can't do that. I know what
they're
you're saying.
off on that.
You
It's
can't do that.
not exactly what
Well,
you
see,
think.
you can't do that though because it's sort of like being biased, right? It's the word.
No, it's all right.
It's sort of
Yeah,
like being biased, or like you can't say you're wrong. I
no,
mean,
I agree.
I'm the interview. That's my
Yes,
see. With my
but,
experience, it was different than other people's experiences. Like
right.
other people's experiences, they could go to hell, they could go to heaven. I mean, like mine was different. So I can't really say because we have people in our chat probably that have had out of body experiences or went to hell, went to heaven. I mean, like I can't really say. All I know is when I think about what they say about communicating with spirits, I know how that feels in spirit when there was people communicating with me, and that's weird.
Exactly.
We will get to that next time.
I
But
know. I know. All right.
it's
So
it's a weird. Oh my god! I mean,
I
like,
have so many questions.
yeah, yeah,
We're gonna need set up a 4 hours and we'll get
yeah,
into it. I
yeah,
have a lot of faith based stuff that when I hear stuff that people experience, I'm like, okay, let's how does that line up with the Word of God and so
yeah.
forth?
It's sort of like like you when you die and you don't die with in Christ, like and you go to a place that's dark. That's where I went to first. You know, when you're dead, you're dead. That's it. You're dead. You don't come back from that.
Yeah,
Like I was in that tunnel where people I can't you could see people, but they didn't have no faces. You could see their sins. You could see kids there.
it
And
sounds like that movie Jacob's Ladder. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. And so with kids, like at a certain
Yeah, I'm
age,
called. I'm called by I'm called by the Lord, brother.
yeah,
Sorry,
it's no, it's great. And like when like at a certain age, kids know what they're responsible for. They know what they're doing. Kids, they go to heaven. Dogs go to heaven. I mean, I heard it all, seen it all. You know what I mean? And when you're in that whirlwind, all you hearing is people's lives. You can see people's lives, what they done, who they killed, and everything. Those are the damned. You know what I mean? They're in darkness forever.
it's interesting you
And
say that. It's
I
interesting you
went.
say. Go ahead. Go. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. I ended up on the hospital floor with spirits just like, "Hey, you're a liar." Blah 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 blah. Just
I remember
trying
you
to
telling me someone
just
was yelling at
think,
you like they don't love you, or no one will ever love you, or something
yeah,
like that. Like someone
yeah.
was yelling
But you
at
can
you.
hear the spirits are just evil. Like what I mean? It's different, guys. I mean, I know you guys are just trying to maybe think, oh my god, I want to hear a ghost. I want to hear if he can go through walls or he can do this. It's different than that. It's spiritual. It's not paranormal.
Yeah,
I, mean, I
and
can't say I didn't go haunting my best friend that used to hate me. When you're dead, you don't think about none of that. You're in your own. You're in your own. Like you're in your own spiritual form when you died. You know what I mean? You're not worried about what's going on with Joe Blow or
well,
whoever
and
did you wrong.
that's what this is the interesting question that it brings up because, and that's why I asked you that earlier question because when you're investigating the paranormal,
Yeah,
and you have this kind of understanding that you're bringing out. Okay,
yeah.
then who are you communicating with? It has to be a question. Like all
You're
these things have
commu-
to stack up. Like
yeah,
I see it all being maybe it looks broken up, but
yeah,
if you back out far enough, there should be a picture of what is really going on. And I
yeah,
can understand what you're saying. I mean, my brother, when he was real little, he drowned in a pool. All
yeah,
right, fell in a pool, drowned. He was gone. But he was old enough that he remembers what happened.
yeah,
And when he came back, they brought him back. My mom just sat there and prayed over him while the EMT was trying to resuscitate him. He
yeah,
was just like, "Whatever you're doing, miss, just keep doing it." My brother said what he remembers is he was being held. He couldn't see who was holding him,
yeah,
and he looked. He was looking down, and he could see the top of trees. And he was asked, "You can choose to go back, or
hmm,
you can stay here." And he
yeah.
heard my mom calling. He was like, "I should probably go back. My mom's calling."
All right, Bill. Thanks for
And
coming.
He heard another voice come at him. He said there was two people, one holding him and one that was standing
Mhm.
across from him or near them. And he said the other voice said, "If you go back, you're going to live a life of misery and pain." And like, I'm just thinking about all these things. Like that was his experience. And he said, "I'm going back to my mom." And he obviously woke up, and life's moved on. And it's just interesting how listening to different people's experiences from actual spiritual experiences after leaving the body versus
Yeah.
just paranormal. We're going out there like, hey, can you talk? Can you make this cat ball go off? Thinking about a doll, and there's a spirit attached to this doll. Like it's just like, I'm not saying it cheapens it,
Yeah.
but when you hear this type of story you're given,
Yeah.
and you think about what we're doing, it's like there's a bigger picture that I think the majority of us in this field are not given gravity to.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, it's more like my thing with, like you said, like Beth said about paranormal is where you investigate the paranormal. When you're on their side, it's a whole different. It's a whole different ball game. So I'm saying it's.
But do you think there's a time frame? So, like, if it seems like 1,000 years and it's only been, how long were you under?
A month.
How long?
A month on event. It's wild.
Okay, no, stop, because I'm just going to keep going. But if you're in that time frame, time is kind of gone.
Yeah.
At what point does it turn into okay, now I can actually hear somebody and I do see this cat ball and I'll touch it. Are they really touching the cat ball, or is it just a freak current that we're calling paranormal?
It's more telepathic, your mind, than it is touching. Or when you're talking, it's more telepathic.
Do you understand the question though? Like, okay, so if you're going through this torment,
oh my bad, go ahead.
Why would you care about touching a cat ball?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you?
Smith was like, hey, can you show me your heel and touch this cat ball?
Yeah,
screw your cat ball.
To
These
me,
guys are torturing me.
Yeah. To me, I'm more in my torment, and that's when people ask me that. Like, but going back to that, it's more telepathic.
Okay.
Than ever. But to me, I was shown a lot of stuff. I was shown like that too. I was shown why spirits are here, why they haven't moved on. God showed me that, and it's sad. It's really sad. You know what I mean? Like, but like I don't know, like residual. God can only help them. We can't. Humans can't help. It's all God can only help them.
I mean, I actually
it's like
Jared's in here. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Jared?
Hey, come on, I'm asking questions, bro.
It's sort of like
the.
Crap, Jared! You didn't know about this? Oh, Brent, you can tell your brother. You're gonna be
yeah.
But it's sort of like like me, like my death is gonna be experienced. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be different than the person reliving their death over and over again.
So
what I mean?
I hear you. And like, I'm trying to think what my thought was there. All right, moving on.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you. Let's go back to this question. So Jax had said earlier, don't mess with the Ouija board. Right? Jax, right? And I was like, okay, so in all reality, you have a seance, right? You have the Ouija board. And like these things are like, all right, don't get into that if you ain't ready for it.
Yeah.
But the serious aspect of it and the actual aspect of it is if you're opening up a means of communication, I don't care if it's a Ouija board or like the Echo Box or something like that, or you just sitting in a room saying, hey, is anybody here? I mean, you just opened up a door of communication and potential issues,
Because it's not really the spirit. No, I can't say much, but it's mainly just the spirit. It's mainly just something that's mimicking that loved one. People are so.
Well, what if it's not a loved one? What if you are going to a location, or you're just like, me? I'll be like, hey, is anybody here? If you're here, come talk. Now I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
In the midst of that, like brothers and sisters in Christ, or someone wants to do the word of God, you're welcome to come and talk.
Well, sort of like it's like I say, it's not really the spirit that the loved ones really want to talk to. You know what I mean? Like it's not really them. you're not doing the Christian thing. You're doing the unclean version of
Well,
communication.
all right. So, and I mean that's an interesting question there, an interesting statement there. Not the Christian thing. I mean, I think most quote unquote Christians would say anybody who's doing paranormal investigation is probably committing some kind of blasphemy. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
I am faith based, but I would think a lot of at least churchy church would be like, oh, this is bad. This is of the devil,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I mean, I personally, my belief is I don't see that people were going to heaven, and that's just from the word of God. I don't mean to offend anybody, but
I
I
didn't. I
believe
didn't. I like this. I didn't see like the gates or anything. I just seen my own demise basically.
right.
And I didn't change
So
my ways basically.
I think living and dead, if you're in Christ, you're waiting for the
Yeah.
return of Christ because
Yep.
that's when we're gathered together to Him. That's when He's
Yep.
coming to gather us all together. And
Yep.
in that time, there's a waiting period. So
Yep.
where that is, the word of God isn't exactly clear because it doesn't say you go to heaven or you go to hell right then. There's the
Yep.
end
Exactly.
judgment that's going to determine those things. But
Yep.
right now, it's like, okay, I can see enough to show that there are spirits here. I've personally experienced a ton of stuff. I've never experienced what you've experienced, but
Mhm.
the whether you call it paranormal or just spiritual activity or just spirits, whatever,
Yeah.
it's real. It's
Yeah.
definitely
It
real.
is.
And it comes down to that. I think in this field, if there's the people who are just getting into it and just trying to find proof of it. That
Yeah.
they aren't convinced
Yeah.
of an afterlife. They're not convinced of anything. They just maybe ghosts are real, maybe not. Some
Yeah.
people just want to find a big spooky thing to happen, on Halloween.
Yeah.
And there's people who do believe in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to be on the other side." It's like, no, you don't. I said that. I said, man, I wonder how it feels to be on the other side of the veil. I thought that. Well, God really showed me that, and it's nothing pretty. But I mean, I don't know.
would you say that it is? I mean, obviously, okay. So you said you have an understanding of children and your loved one pets. I would love to know that my pets are taken care of, and they
Yeah.
something happens to them. But would you say that you feel that the experience is the same for every person?
Yeah. Oh, it's different. It's really different. They see things. They see things when they die, they see different things than I do, because that's their own personal experience. Some come back to it, some don't. Some come back to say, "Hey, I was over here, I was over here," and still committing that. God won't allow you to come back like a murderer. If they come back, God's gonna be like, "No, I'm not gonna allow you in heaven. You're gonna kill everybody ever. You're gonna preach the wrong thing in heaven." You know what I mean? Like basically, like so. It's just something they can't say, but yeah, but like I'll say, like it's weird. It's just it's yeah. So, yeah.
There's no light.
No light. Did you just say that?
Okay.
Ooh.
I got
Okay.
this on that.
This is your own experience, okay? My experience is when I'm outside, I've been outside on the other side, it's gray. To me, it's gray. There's nothing pretty there.
Wow.
There's nothing pretty. I mean, because I died in sin. That's the problem. When you
Gotcha.
die in sin,
Oh.
you see nothing.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's real interesting. So, I mean, like, we've gotten so many responses about the light. One that really gets me, there's a couple in the Benson Hammond house on investigations where we got to the Echo Vox, flashlights on, and we get through the Echo Vox saying, like, that's me in the light, right?
Yep.
Interesting. That was cool. They're like really focused on being in this light. And then at the mansion we were in,
I'm
we
here.
got a statement that came through and said, the thin verge is the light.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was like, what?
Wow.
What? That is wild. You don't think God gives second chances? Sis, I do think God gives.
I think he does. He brought me back. So,
And I'll tell you this, and you just take it with a grain of salt from Brent's mouth. It doesn't mean nothing. But it's not about what you've done. It's not about we're all dead in sin. That's you said that, Eli. We're all dead in sin right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It is. You have faith
It's
in
your
His
choice.
Son
He
for the
gives free
forgiveness
will.
of that sin and what He did and His finished work on the cross.
Yeah,
and
he
His
gives
imminent
free
return.
will. okay, like when you die, okay, it's like this. He'll give you a second chance, knowing that you'll change whatever you did in life when you go back to Earth. But if they know that you're gonna come back, like if you're gonna murder, sin, or whatever, then he won't. You'll die. You'll die, dead, whatever, die. It says that in the Bible. You know what I mean? And when you actually go to that torment place, I don't know where it is. Like you're like there's no drop of water. There's no food. There's no man. Everything happy turns into the just pure just evil coming at you. There's no rest. There's no nothing.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry. Look. It's like when
yeah.
I died. I
So,
remember. I remember when I landed in the hospital room. I seen myself. I seen myself in the body bag too.
yeah.
And if you want to know about that paranormal stuff, I seen doctors that I never seen before when I woke up. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And yeah, people that helped me out and everything. And I seen my family there, but they weren't there. You know what I mean? Like I seen a lot of crazy stuff. And I mean, I'm not going to go on about it right now. So it's kind of draining talking about it because.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't do that anymore. Then, yeah, shoveling, crafty, agreed. Oh my God, so much agreed.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not about
and
what
also
you've done. It's here's a synopsis.
okay,
It's
go
not
ahead,
about what you've done or what you didn't do. It's about what he did
Hey, Jason.
and receiving that forgiveness and trusting in him. That's why he came. So praise God for it.
Well,
I get on and I preach to them, and I'm like, hey, I don't just get in these investigations and talk to, hey, if you're born again or you're a believer in Christ, you're a brother and sister, be edified. I do that, but I do think, I don't know, I have seen nothing in the Word that says once you leave this body, it's done. I see in the Word of God there is a judgment day coming for every single person, and it's all at one time.
Yep.
And to me, until that judgment day comes, you have a chance.
Exactly.
So, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel it's on my heart to say it. So I'm like, hey, here's the word. If you didn't hear it right, because church in this world right now can just totally corrupt you. If you're not reading the word yourself, you just listen to somebody. So I'm like, look, here's what the word is. I've been studying it for a decade and for myself, and here it is. And I give it to them, and I'm like, this is the word.
Yep.
It is Jesus Christ and what he did in his imminent return. Trust him. Believe in it. Faith, perseverance, and patience till he comes. And that's what I give them. And I really think that's what everybody needs to hear. I'm not trying to be preachy here, but
no, you're good. You're good. And you know what? Like, man, you're the most creepiest thing. That reminded me. I remember I was laying in bed and I was in the physical therapy, and it was like a place where I get to get up and walk and everything.
Hey, Shell.
And so I remember there was a tag on my foot, but they took it off.
What? They tagged your toe?
On there. And they took, when I woke up, the tag was on my foot. Okay. But when I went to physical therapy, it was on there. They're like, who the fuck put this on there? And
what?
Oh, yeah. Look at it. Man, when you do interview me, I will tell you.
Okay. I know. And I want Jared involved in this one too.
Yeah. Yeah. From when I died all the way through. But I mean, when I do take my break, I'll take my break because it's the feeling. I can still feel the machines, I
don't know how you do it, brother. I mean, and I'm not trying to put pressure.
I'm strong-headed, man. You have to be.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. You are. I know.
It's like
strong-hearted.
when God brings you back, He takes away your fear. He thinks I mean, I still have my nightmares because of it. That's my fiance. I always do, and every single time I hear the beeps of the machine, going. You know what I mean? Like, and if I talk about it a lot, I remember it just through it, And I mean, and some of it might not make sense, but their visions, the sort of like. I actually was at one point. I was actually in someone else's body. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was living in someone. I looked at a different person when I died.
Like Quantum Leap style, like you looked in the mirror.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, Quantum Leap. Yeah, it's sort of like that, but it was sort of like I would hear God say, "Come here, like, hurry, come here." And He'll take me out of that one little area and send me to another one. Have you seen? What's that movie? Atomic. What's that movie? Remember where the guy dies and everything? The guy ends up murdering his family and stuff like that. I can't remember, but Oh man, I gotta find that movie for you.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, it's weird. Like I'm trying to, man. There was one movie I couldn't see, when she was dying, and they died at the accident where they died at, right? And then they would go to a hospital, and then they would go to another place, and another place, and another place, and you're stuck in that forever. That's where I was, you know.
All right. So, I mean, do you think something like that actually falls into the realm of what a residual, what the field would call a residual haunt?
But at the same time, like some of the visions I seen, I don't. It was not even my life. Oh, it was not my life at all.
But
So
still, I mean, if it's, are you saying that the person was alive though,
I don't
or you're
know.
just reliving someone else's
I don't know. I don't know.
experiences?
Is it a vision or not? Like, I mean, we had a couple people that I contacted. They don't talk to me no more. But yeah, it's weird. And
Mm,
they blocked me. They're like, nah, you know what I mean? Like that was me the whole time. You know what I mean? Like those dreams were meant for them. You know?
really?
Yeah, it was weird. It was really like there was some I can't talk about in here, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So it was really trippy. It was really scary. It was really like some of it was they were comforting me, but then they felt bad that I was going to my own torment again, like at a certain place. Like my fiance's family, I was there with her family, and they were being really like gentle to me, and they're telling me like why I'm there, and
Well, hold on. See, so that is so there was some
yeah,
positivity.
there was
Okay,
positive, there was negative.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was some creepy shit, man, and I never want to go back to it. You know, like I do go back to my dreams. So I mean,
No, so I mean, is your expectation at this point now? Man, we've gone from a paranormal talk to this. Is,
okay,
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I will ask that question later because we're just
okay,
gonna keep
okay,
going on with
okay,
this.
okay.
Jax, get back in here, sis.
Yeah, you want to have questions, right? Because we're gonna look, me, Eli, we gonna blow your mind.
Yeah. All
You're
right.
telling me
It
we
just-
I got it. I
It
have to
said-
pin those.
There's some things I can't say though. I'm just like, you know. So
Let's talk about the Echo Box or something else. Get my brain off of.
yeah, I'll tell you a lot more.
Okay.
Set that up. It's creepy shit, man. What God showed me, man, it was, you know what I mean? It's
Something
yeah.
else.
Yeah, yeah. Look,
Really
it's
just-
so
Who
hard.
knows? I have nightmares about it.
Said that I could.
Nothing.
Oh.
Like,
I'm not sure what I just did.
Here, take the
Oh.
phone, talk to me, see if you can find it.
it's
Hold
like
on,
it's,
Mom, we're making my phone.
it's like you go into investigation, right? But
I'm trying to
when
look it up
when
right
you
now.
actually experience
It was
that,
allowing me
when you
to
actually
pull up.
experience it, it's more like, you know what I mean?
Are
like,
you online? Are you online on the internet, or are you going through the YouTube app?
Go out there, go out there, go out there. My daughter, she's trying to get. My mom is trying to get in and say hi to everybody. She goes, she has an Apple. I'm like, I have Android. I don't know what to tell you. Megan has Apple. She'll help you. Yeah, you know what?
Jedi, anytime.
Eli has told me like a lot and hours of a lot, like a lot, and like
Who just walked behind you, Eli?
Oh, one of my sons.
one of the kids
Okay.
probably.
Oh,
I'm in the living room, like,
Eli, Eli,
I just see
God
some.
Eli says God is good, and I'm one of these people that I guess I'm more scientific. Like I told Eli, I said, I'll tell you something, I'll make a deal with you. When I get up there and meet him, I'll let you know. So when you come back up the right way, I'll let you know. But I did tell him, and he agrees with me, in life we have free will, and I think death is not final. I don't believe death is final. Look, our body is a shell. Okay, it's just a shell. It's a meat suit, and when we die, our spirit leaves our body. So I think I believe that's why we have so many. Why we can talk to the dead. Why we can talk to them still. Death is not final. It's just another chapter of our life.
Yeah.
It's not final.
I mean-
Eli and I both believe that. It's not
I
final.
actually don't disagree with you. Again, I'm faith based, so I agree. Death is not final. There is a final death. There is
Yes.
a second
Yes.
death, and it's talked
Where
about.
your body's
We can
gone,
put
but
Revelation.
your spirit is still going wherever it wants to go, and
Yeah.
like you don't know. Hi, buddy.
Yeah.
Say hi. Careful, bro. Careful. You'll knock me over, bro.
I mean, well, what I want to know about is
Man, to be that
reincarnation
skinny, man.
real? I mean, is it real? I mean, that's one thing that God didn't show me. Is it real? Reincarnation.
You
I
think
believe in it.
reincarnation is real?
I don't know. I mean, that's one
I
thing that
do.
God didn't show me.
I will tell you this. I do believe resurrection is real.
Yeah, yeah, of
Um,
course,
You're
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You're here. You're here.
Reincarnation? It's gonna. I don't think anybody can convince me of that. But
Go play with the puppies.
Yeah, no, I don't know about
Drive
that.
I
me
tell you what, though, it does trip me out. I don't. It trips me. I've said this before. When you hear like these little kids talk about something in detail of a past life, and and I've never experienced it. I've just heard stories.
Oh yeah,
You know?
kids can tell you in
But
full
when
depth of stuff how they died and what they
how
saw
I died, whatever,
and
I'm
how
like,
they saw their mommy's baby that they lost. I mean, like that kid, that movie Heaven is Real. That kid, man, look, he knew
Nice.
some stuff and he saw some stuff and
yeah.
you can't you can't he was like 5 or 6, but I do think children's minds are pure.
Well,
They're not like
I
ours.
agree.
They're not going, oh, I don't think this is, this is weird. They don't have that. They have the imagination. And I think when they're given like things like that, they're pure, so they don't have any judgment of what, like, they're not going to go, oh, that's not real. That can't be real.
See, and I actually want to kind of kick off of that. Like, so I don't believe in reincarnation, but I do understand what you're saying. Where
Conlon, take him
a
out there.
child, especially very young, is just an open sponge. So if I was a spirit and I was telling this child about an experience and everything, and however telepathically you were saying, Eli, to them, you
Mhm.
convey it like that was me.
Yeah.
I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she'll come in and think
Hey,
she's
Ricky, what's
Anna
up?
from Frozen,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
she's watched that movie and she's experienced and it's connected with her. And it makes me think, is it just something like that? Because I do believe spirits are talking.
Yeah.
I do believe, I have a old family member who, when she was real little, she talked to this little girl. It used to trip me out. I'd go to sit on the sofa and she'd be like, don't sit there. That's where, I think her name was Sarah. I don't even remember. Whatever the little girl. She's like, that's where she's sitting. She's sitting right there. You're going to sit on her. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And her dad eventually looked into this, started asking her questions, detailed questions, and looked into it and went to a location that she led her to where this little girl it was reported was dead, had died. I mean, years ago. And was like, that tripped me out, I mean, I was young then too, but so, I mean, just saying the openness of a child is there, and if spirits can talk to a child, well, they can talk to any one of us. Maybe we're not as open to receive it. I mean, some people are, Ed from our group, he's like a freaking antenna,
That's because Ed's always on the floor. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why he's
Yeah.
close to he's always on the floor. He's close to the spirit. He's on the floor.
It's funny you're
I'm
saying
glad
he's
you
close
got
to the
Ed a
spirit.
chair
Hold
because
on.
that man's always on the floor.
It's funny you say he's close to them on the floor. We've been talking about how many times we're getting the phrase "look up." Like a lot, we're being told "look up." Like we'll be in an investigation, watch some of the videos, and you'll randomly just hear them talk. I think they're talking to Ed. Hey, look up! Like he's trying to talk to him, and they're like, "Hey, I'm right here.
Hello.
Look up!" I'm like what?
You guys get some amazing stuff, though. I mean, I've watched all the videos, and I sit there and listen.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have my
that's
headphones on, and
I-
even Eli and I'll say, "Did you hear what that we heard it?" Like some of the DVPs y'all get, I'm like going, "What? I
Yeah.
heard that. I heard
Yeah.
that." And then and then you got Jared going, "Y'all heard that, right?
Y'all heard that, right?
Y'all heard that, right?"
Yeah. I like the Jenny Wade house. Like, I mean, I know she's there and everything, but I know some spirits are different. Don't get me wrong. Some
All right. Yep.
when they die, they're there for a reason. But what I don't get is why be there? I mean, I know it's historical, but I honestly think is when they died, they never thought they would be a historical figure.
Sure.
You know
I
what
agree
mean?
with that.
I mean,
And that kind of comes back to what we're talking about, or mentioned earlier. Like, why was one choose to say I'm going to stay here? Are you about to go to bed? Well, give me a hug.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
I love you.
I know.
Hey, you want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
my kids don't do that no more. They don't. Yeah. They
Oh,
don't
you
come-
can't stay on here. You got to go to bed. Love you.
We're all teenagers. They don't say goodnight.
No,
I know,
teenagers
I
are like
know.
Teenagers like
They don't
my
get hugs and kisses
teenagers are in
either,
the
right?
house. I knew
Yeah.
my teenager house and never go quiet. I'm like going, good night, thank you,
Yeah.
hey, good night. Okay.
Yep. I know it. I got 3 older boys. They're all grown up. Mm-mm.
All my kids are grown up, but the one that grown up, she's still living here. She came back home. She goes, Mom, you need to come back home. I said, well, it's your home. Come back home.
That's home. That's right.
There you go, Jack.
This
That's
will
for
always
you
be
and
their
mine.
home. It'll always
Yes.
be their home. You know, I was talking to Eli one time, and I said, you know, and I talked to my mom about this, and there's things that like I can't explain. Like I was talking to my mom a few months back, and she was talking about it. I said, Mom, stop. She goes, what? I said, we've had this conversation before. She goes, no, Jackson, never
You
told you
remember?
this. I'm like, I'm telling you, we've had this conversation before. She goes, what do you mean? I said, everything you're telling me, I've heard before. It wasn't recent, but I've heard it before. Everything she was saying, I heard, and I told Eli about that. And he goes, really? I said, I swear. And there's conversation Eli and I have. I said, dude, we've already talked about that. He goes, no, we haven't. I said, yeah, we have. I'm not, I'm old, but not that old. I remember what we talked about. He goes, dude, we haven't had this conversation. I'm like, the hell we didn't. Now I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know. Like when Eli got sick, Fran was like trying to find me, and she was trying to find me. Eli told me in a dream. I didn't know this. Jason said, "Yeah, it's like deja vu without being deja vu." That's my daughter. Jason said that I would be having conversations. I said, well, "Who am I talking to?" He goes, "Eli, of course." He goes, "I know you're talking to him just by the way you're talking to him." And then I said, and that's when I said, "What am I saying?" He goes, "It's a one-sided conversation. I can't hear Eli, but you're talking to him like you'd be talking to him on the phone." And we've had conversations about things, and like I believe, like I've known Eli a long time ago, like long time ago. Somehow, some way, we're like brother and sister connection. And then when I met Fran, when she was trying to find me, Eli said to me in a dream, "Go look for the video I did with Fran when she was sick, when you had your gallbladder done, Fran." He said, "Find that video, you'll find Fran." Because I couldn't find Fran for nothing. I was going through all the videos. And Eli's old channel, hundreds and hundreds of videos. I'm trying to find just
Yeah.
Fran
One, yeah.
in a conversation. And I'm looking, and I finally found her, and I text messaged her. I said, "Here's my number." And boom, as soon as I texted the number on YouTube, I took it down, and she called me. And then that's when I told her, I said, "Look, we're not giving up on him. You're not having the final if he's gone, and I'm not having the final about was that the last time I'm going to speak to my best friend. That's her man. That's the man she's going to marry, that fiance. That
Yeah.
we weren't accepting death. We weren't. Brandon and I were not accepting no. We were going to talk until he heard us, and he did. He did, and he told Fran he's tired.
Well, I can hear you guys too.
He
Shit.
still says he's tired. That's how we know it was him.
It's more like body tired. I mean, like after COVID.
But you want in your body, bro.
It's I know, but it's more like when I went back to my body, it hurts so much, man. Like I'm still recovering, trying to get off with 2 canes, but yeah, I'm getting there. But it's still like tiring. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
trying to get used to your body. Just kidding. I don't know.
I guess if you don't want to give up on a person, that he was in between, I should say. I don't think he was totally over, but he was he pierced the veil. He pierced it.
And
And I
see,
don't think people come back from that, Brent. I think people are not meant to know what Eli knows. And I think there's a reason why
he can't be the only one. He can't, I mean,
there's more. We interviewed a guy. Now this is the freakiest shit. He never was. He was too young to be in the Vietnam War. Brent, you remember this one we did? He went to an air show one time. He got in a helicopter and he flew it excellently. He's never flown a helicopter before. He knew how to fly it, knew how to land it. He says all he could like he can smell like the what did he say, Eli? Like the gunpowder he could smell. And his job was he was a medic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a medic, and his job was to pick up the dead soldiers and get the other ones out. We must have had a hi, Mom. Peggy Lomerson's my mom. A cupcake for the dog.
Hey, what's up?
Eli and I could not believe what he was telling us. I'm like, dude, he's never flown a helicopter. And I said to Christy, I said, you tripping, Christy? Chrissy, don't lie to me. She goes, no, he's never flown a helicopter. And the pilot said he's done it like he's done it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You just don't get in a helicopter and fly it and land it excellently. You just don't.
It's just drag versus rotation, Jax.
Well, shit, look, no, that defies gravity. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that one. Look, when I get in airplanes,
think it
I
was
just say,
going
look,
down.
hope you don't fast enough so we don't crash. And then they go, here's your flotation device. What if we land on land? What if we fly in the dirt? That's not gonna help me, bro. I try not to look at that stuff. Hi,
It
Mom.
was planned, okay? It was planned. All right, you know. Shit, I'm gonna be a Ghostbuster off of whatever.
Right.
No, it wasn't. He was a good guy, man. I still talk
That's
to him.
awesome. That's wild. That is definitely wild.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I could tell you a lot more. Well, I gotta head off, man. I'm getting tired, man.
We
But no,
okay.
Brent, you need to get us on, me, you, and Jared and Eli. You do. You do.
Yeah.
And
You
Fran
need to come
had
on
experiences with Eli too when he's gone. Fran can tell you stuff. Her and I talked about stuff, and she'd call me and she goes, "Okay, I saw him." I said, "For real?" And I told her about he was in liver. She goes, "Really?" I said, "Yes." I said, "We're going to talk to him." Fran, I don't know how many times we would just talk about Eli. We made him relevant so he knew he couldn't leave.
Amen.
We weren't
I
having
love
it.
I love it.
There you go. There you go.
You guys set it up. Jared and I will come on your show and we'll talk because that's the
Mom says she loves you, Eli.
But Michael asked for hours because I could, tell you like a lot.
Eli, show the picture again. Mom's never seen Fran. Show Fran. Mom, that's Fran. That's Eli's fiance.
She's lovely.
Mama says she loves you, Fran. Loves
Hey,
you,
she
Eli.
keeps me going, man. Like, we go to the store. She goes, I don't care if you're hurting. Get your butt up and go. You know what I mean?
good job.
That's her job.
awesome.
It sucked, but yeah.
Yeah, come on. Good job.
Yeah. So, man.
I'm glad you came up, Brent.
Yeah,
Guys,
thanks.
thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Anytime, bro. If we're ever doing something like this.
All right, cool.
man,
Well, now that I
we'll
know,
go
I was like, man, I just got to get in here. So,
But I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be spiritual because there's a lot of, like why and this, and why they're there, why who's here, and what God has
So many
planned for them, and everything else. You know what I mean?
Eli
I'm
still
here.
has questions. He goes, I didn't get to ask why I saw this, or why I was shown that, or why I was shown this. He goes, what do you think I was shown that for? I'm like, the last thing I can say, then this is what I'll say about it.
It's getting dark.
There is a reason why Eli came back. When people die, they don't see what he saw and come back to talk about. I'm sure there's people, but those people are like, ooh, maybe people don't think I'm crazy.
yeah, right.
Eli said to me, he goes, I think I need to talk about this. I said, okay, Eli. I kind of like backed off about it. And he
I'll
goes,
blow your mind.
Dax, we have to do this. I said, you're opening up Pandora's box, Eli.
It's sort of like, I was on an interview with, who was it? Who was that guy? Remember? It was, what's his name? Anyways, I was on an interview, right? So
I forget his name now.
I was, I have it on my channel, but I'll put it on my channel so everybody can see it. But he was interviewing me, right? And I popped on there, and their equipment their cameras were just messing up when I was talking about stuff like that. One guy didn't believe me. He was all like, well, it feels like it was more bad than good. I was like, what do you want it? Do you want it to be a cakewalk when you die?
Right.
Do you want it to be
Yeah,
like
Michelle.
chocolates and cakes when you die? Like,
Yeah.
come on now. Like, I'm telling you what I've seen. But
Yep.
even this guy, his host kicked off for 30 minutes saying that his electricity went off and came back on.
Welcome back, Shan.
Mm.
This is what I told Eli. Eli knows certain things about certain people, and he does. He just knows. But I told him, I said, Eli, just
Wow, Cheryl.
I said, bear with me on this, Eli. I said, just listen. I said, most people at our certain ages are on their path.
Yes.
They know their path. And if Eli were to say, hey, such and you know who, whatever the name is, this is what I have to tell you, what they told me to tell you, that can veer their path.
Yes, I can't
And
say a lot of
maybe
things.
their life will
I'm
not be
with
the
you.
same. Knowing what maybe they'll try to, you know what I mean? I'm on a path. Eli has told me things, a lot of things. Like, I know in depth. Sometimes he tells these things, I'm like going, bro, for real? He goes, no, for real. He's told me some scary shit. And it wasn't all good. I mean, he has some scary shit. He's got some shit that I'm like blows my mind that he tells me.
Oh yeah.
And why
yeah.
why he would Eli's a good person. Why would that be done to him?
Oh, whoa.
Things be done to him. Yeah.
Creepy shit. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for coming up, Brent.
All right. I love you guys. Everybody in the chat. You too. I love you guys.
I'm not gonna throw any Bible verses, but yeah. Thank you for coming, and God bless you, and thank you for believing in our journey, and thank you for let me believe in yours.
Yeah, buddy. Stay in his rest and be blessed, guys. I love y'all.
Bye, Brent. Bye.